All right, everyone, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. Today's Friday, August 13th, Friday the 13th, 2021. Nothing really doing here on the S&P 500 or really the broad market in general for that matter. IWM dripping a little bit here as we get into the PM session, although holding up pretty well intraday. This looks like a much bigger sell-off intraday, but that's because we haven't had any movement really in the last couple of weeks. So some of these moves that we're getting look like a big move on the intraday, but really there's just nothing going on here. And that's just what happens when you have, the dog days of summer. 19.5 million shares traded at 2:30 p.m. There's no institutional participation. This is all just retail and algos bouncing the market around. I'm going to be doing a video probably this weekend or maybe on Monday. I'll do another educational series video on probably volume, because I think it's really important this time of year for everybody to understand volume. And I just keep seeing these posts on Twitter about people looking at these, moves that they think are happening and patterns that they think are happening, and I just like want to bang my head against the table. Like, there's no volume in this market, so you don't want to be taking too many trades in this unless it's the best of the best setup. But I'll do a video on that, and I also have another video coming out on probably going to do one on uranium pretty soon, so stay tuned for that as well. But anyways, as far as our positions here, Snowflake getting a nice bid again. So whoever was in this whale, the whales are moving out, getting a nice bid here, and they should get to target, possibly next week, especially if we get a good squeeze into the close here. So good job on that. Another one that I'm watching right now is PTON here. You guys know this. I want to see it bid up. I want to get it close at least above 111 here, and I'll probably buy it into the close today. So just be on lookout for that. So, I mean, this pattern's really good. I just, having with this a little bit of weakness here today, but if it shows me a little bit of strength here and we get above 111 or so, I'll probably pull the trigger on a long here. We have a target. Got a measured move about 23 points. So that would get us up to about the 140, 143 handle. So that'd be a nice little gain there. And then our stop out is really simple. It's just a close below 104.12. And if you wanted to be really aggressive or really conservative with it, you could keep your stop out as a weekly close below 109.67. And that might actually be a better stop up. But we'll see what it looks like when it gets there. But I still like this pattern. I just want to see a little bit of strength into the close. Let's see. Oh, let's talk about gold really quick. So gold getting a nice bounce today. So yesterday I was saying, hey, like, if this doesn't get going like now, it's not, this is not going to be good. But it's getting a nice bid today, up 1.5%. So nice move there. What we want to see now is we're probably going to stall out at the 20 moving average, maybe, so 1790, 1800, you got all these moving averages in here. You're going to stall out there. And what you want to see is once it gets up there, we want to see it start to go sideways. And that's going to tell us that it wants to go higher. So we will look to jump on there. If that gives us that pattern. If it pulls back immediately and starts to head down, then that's not a good sign. But I'll cover this a little bit more in the weekend video. Silver in the same kind of deal here. A little bit less of a bounce, but it was also a lot less oversold than gold was, so that makes sense there. So silver just getting a nice little pop. But yields down again. So we talked about the 50 MA as resistance, and we're seeing yields pull back here, so no surprise. Also, the reason gold is up is the dollar is pulling back nicely. Now it's getting below this trend line again. It probably closes below this trend line, unless it gets a massive rally. But that's okay here. There's nothing wrong with that. What you want to look for in the dollar is this 50 MA upsloping and this upsloping trend line here. So if we make a higher low here on the dollar index, that's going to be a pretty good indicator that it wants to go a lot higher. So just keep an eye on that. But other than that, not too much going on. Again, it's a really slow day, as you would expect for the middle of August. But I can cover, let's see. Oh yeah, Budweiser getting a nice little bid here, so that's another one picked up this week. So getting a nice little bid off of this low here. Again, I like that support level that I pointed out the other day. So nice to see that get going a little bit, although coming in a little bit as we get into the PM session here. But as far as the rest of the market, I'll give you guys a much more in-depth update, as I always do in the weekend video. You can find that at Wall Street for Main Street on Jason Burek's channel. And yeah, just keep an eye out for Peloton, and I'll let you know. You guys follow me on Twitter, and I'll let you know if I get in that. So, all right, guys, take care and have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you in the weekend video.